Welcome to Sketchbook Boot Camp, you guys. So today we are going to be working our sketchbooks. This week we're going to be working our sketchbooks a lot. The point of what we're doing right now is to help you guys gain some familiarity with your sketchbook and with your materials and your art kit. It's also, time for you to experiment and to see what you really like and what you don't like, so that when we get to some more choice-based projects a little later in the semester, that you'll have a good base of experience to work with in terms of techniques and media and so forth and so on. This week's topic rather is going to be gesture drawing and contour drawing. So gesture drawing and contour drawing are a little different. With gesture drawing, what we mean when we say gesture drawing is it is a quick drawing. It shows the big general ideas about a shape or a form that you're looking at, and it tends to be loosey-goosey, loose. So if I were going to make a drawing of Terry, the pterodactyl here, I could, use a medium of my choice. Often people do make gesture drawings in pencil. Sometimes people build right on top of gesture drawings, like they keep making things darker and darker, and sometimes they erase them. It's just a stylistic choice. For my purposes here, since you probably won't be able to see just a regular pencil, I'm using a color pencil. So if I do a gesture drawing, I want to quickly capture the big shapes of this pterodactyl. It's not going to include a lot of detail, and my proportions aren't probably going to be 100% accurate. That's okay. I'm just gonna quickly sketch this guy up. The idea, when if you're first learning to draw, is just first getting something on the page. You can keep on building and correcting as you go, but you have to have something on the page before you can do anything. And so gesture is a really good way to start that. Sorry, it's a little light. I'll bring him up closer so you can see him. But there's my quick gesture. It doesn't have a lot of detail. It just shows the big general shapes of my pterodactyl. It was done, you saw it was very quickly done. It was very loosely done. I wasn't holding my pencil way up here like when you write. I was actually holding it further down. That's a more accurate way to get those quick general shapes, is to hold your pencil a little further down, like almost like it's a magic wand. Some people go a little even more side saddle with their gesture drawings, and they sketch a little sideways like that. But that's one type of drawing we're going to be talking about. The other type of drawing is contour drawing. And contour is slow. It is specific and detailed. So if gesture was getting all those like general shapes, contour is going to be getting all of the nooks and the crannies and the details of this pterodactyl, okay? I say, as opposed to gesture, which is loose, contour is very deliberate. It's a lot tighter in its, when you're doing a contour drawing, you're gonna be moving in a much tighter way. Okay, so this is how contour has been explained to me. So I'll explain it to you like this. So when you're doing a contour line drawing, you want to focus mainly on the object, not on the drawing that you're doing. Don't spend a lot of time looking here at the drawing you're making. Put your eye here on the object. Try to find an edge and make your eye slowly move along that edge. What you're trying to do ultimately is get your eye over here and your pencil over here on the page to be moving at the same time and at the same speed. This is going to take some practice, but that's how we do contour line drawing. Okay, so for this drawing, I'm going to, why not, switch up to pen. This is a Uniball. It's a good black ink. It's waterproof. It's a nice ink to use for drawing. You could also use a Sharpie if you like. I am not going to worry about erasing this. I'm just practicing getting that feeling of contour line. So I'm going to pick right over here on this side of the neck, and I'm going to start to move over. A good rule of thumb with contour drawing is if you can hear your pen on the paper, you are moving too fast. Watch how slow this is, guys. I'm trying to get every little wrinkle that I see in that neck. Trying to follow the edges of the form. Sometimes the edges are going to lead my eye in to the form. Contour is not only outline, it's not just a silhouette, it's not making a silhouette. Sometimes your eye goes in and see some of the details on the face here. So my eye has gone in and I'm going to follow that. Sometimes, you know, you get to a place with a contour drawing where your pen comes to a stopping place and you've got to pick it up and move it. That's okay. I guess for the most part, since you're trying to get your eye and your pen to do the same thing and to move at the same speed, it's much more easy to get that effect if you try to keep your pen down on your page as much as you can. Okay, so I'm coming to the edge of my page and I'm going to quit with this drawing. I hope this gives you an idea of the speed and the difference between the contour and the gesture drawing. Again, contour drawing is slow and deliberate, and it's all about seeing all those details and nooks and crannies in the form. Whereas gesture is about just quickly generalizing what is the big shape of the form. So next I'm going to show you how to put these together, put together gesture and contour to make some drawings. Okay, so the first drawing I'm going to show you, you're going to need to have, you know, a variety of things that you would like to draw from your house. Now they can be little figurines like mine, or they could be tools, or you know, something from your kitchen drawer. You could go outside and find some pine cones and rocks and different things, whatever you would like to draw, just some small objects that you can study on. I'll say just don't make it too easy. I've had a lot of kids like try to do something like their cell phones, and cell phones are such a basic shape. It's just you want to pick something that's going to be a challenge for you to draw, okay? With this drawing, you're also going to need 3 different color pencils. One that's very light, so you barely see it on your paper, one that's medium, and then one that's dark, okay? So you can see my drawing here of Bob, a couple drawings that I've made of Bob. I started with my lightest color, getting my loosest gesture in there, and then I went to my middle color and tried to look at the shapes again and get a little closer to the actual shape I was seeing. And then with my darkest color, I tried to get more like my contours on there and tried to find as much detail as possible with those colors. So one thing that I'll say about this is that this is not about tracing. You don't want to make one drawing and trace over it. Each time you switch to a different color, you've got to look for more specific shapes, which means that you're building on top of the last drawing and you're darkening it, but you're not tracing it. You're using what's underneath to guide you, but you don't trace it. Let me see if I can explain to you a little better by actually doing one. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this over. I'm gonna choose my pterodactyl again, and I'm gonna start with the gesture. You guys might not see this very well because it's so light, but I'll try to get it on there as dark as I can so you can see. This first little sketch part, I'm gonna keep it very loose. I want to just get my basic shapes in my pterodactyl in. I'm going to try to get it, you know, as accurate as I can, but right now, again, the idea is like big ideas, big shapes, general shapes. His legs are going to kind of be stick legs right now. Forgot that little thing. Okay, so you can see maybe 30 seconds. I feel like I can see that pretty well, but 30 seconds I got the general shape of this guy down. Is it very detailed? No. Did I mess up a lot? Yes. So I'm gonna go back now with my orange. And again, I'm not gonna trace over these lines that I made because I know these lines are not accurate. I'm gonna try to keep my eye out here and find as much detail and add it to the drawing as I can while I'm building. Okay, so there's drawing 2. Now I've got one more color to go, my darkest color. My job with this last part of the drawing is to find as much detail as I can in my contour. So here I go. Again, I'm not tracing. I'm changing the drawing as I go, as I see more detail. Okay, so there's my 3 color sketch. I could keep going. There's lots of littler details that I can see in terms of texture, lots of smaller details that I can see here in terms of texture, and I could keep going, but for the purposes of this drawing, I think I'll quit for now. You can see, again, the idea is to start off loosely and to build up to more exact detail. This drawing is kind of similar. These drawings are similar. So I drew these Velma figurine and the unicorn and also another Bob here. So I started my drawing here using a non-photo blue colored pencil, which is what comic book artists use because when you photocopy this color, it disappears, leaving only your ink work. So I started with that. You could use just a regular old pencil is fine. Just something that's going to be visually lighter than your ink is good. So you do the same technique as what I did here, but you just have, you know, your lighter first drawing and then you draw back into it with the ink, trying to find more detail. So your lighter gesture, then you draw into it with the ink to find your detail and contour. If you mess up, don't worry. I messed up here on the unicorn's face like 10 times and I had to use a little whiteout. It's fine. You could even, if it gets really bad, you could paste a piece of paper over top of it. I feel like the Delma came out okay. So with these objects you're drawing, you know, really turn them around, look at them from different angles. That's going to give you some more interesting drawings. So those two drawings kind of warmed me up a little bit. And with the last one I did today, I just tried to just use the pen, go straight into the pen and do a contour drawing. So I'd warmed up with a lot of gesture. These are all contour drawings. So these are the slow, more deliberate detail drawings. You can see some of these I really got into some of the details of the surface. You know, some of them I zoomed back out and found the whole form. Some I just like focused on a part. But I filled up the whole page with contour drawings that I observed from drawing my object at different angles. So there's a couple ideas for you guys as you're working on your sketchbook boot camp this week. What I want you guys to do is this, all right? For this week, you're gonna pick a variety of objects to draw. You can choose little figurines like I've chosen, or you can choose, you know, more natural objects if you like. Just choose something challenging for you that you think that you would like to draw. I want you to fill at least 3 page spreads with just your drawings in your and contour drawings. So that's at least 3 page spreads in your sketchbook. So when you open your sketchbook, right, there's a page on the left and a page on the right. When I say a page spread, that means I want you to do both pages that are facing each other. So it's like one big drawing on the left and the right page. So I want you to do 3 of those double pages, right, of gesture and contour drawings. Try several of the methods that I showed you today, you know, so you could try the one with, you know, moving from pencil to pen, the one with pen only. You can also try, you know, the 3-color one. I like the 3-color one a lot. I think it's a lot of fun. But, you know, try them all and see which ones you like. Try at least a couple of them. I want you to add at least some color to at least one of the drawings. You can choose from the materials from your kit, whatever you'd like to do. You could add colored pencil. You could add, you know, something like watercolor if you'd like to. It's up to you, but I do want you to try to add color to at least one of the drawings. You guys are going to be taking a picture and turning it in on Canvas by Friday at midnight. So you'll work on it in class and you'll work on it at home, and Friday at midnight this will be due. All right. Thanks guys. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Bye.